This is Patrick Hemingway, a former police officer and military pilot, accused of committing over 50 burglaries in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island in England.
A former Glastonbury police officer, Patrick Hemingway, is accused of burglary in Woodbury in 2023. He is connected to more than 30 burglaries in total across Connecticut as well as other states.
The former police officer had been experiencing financial difficulties, owing over $300,000 in loans and bankruptcies. So he came up with a perfect plan using his badge as cover. Patrick Hemingway was a police officer for over 14 years in Glastonbury, a town in England. Before he was arrested on September 22, 2023, he was apprehended while attending a flight school in New Jersey. He is suspected to have committed over 50 burglaries. Hemingway's DNA was discovered at multiple burglary scenes, including a pizzeria windowsill and a boiler room door handle in an old Saybrook restaurant. Surveillance cameras captured images of a black 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee registered to Hemingway's ex-wife at several burglary locations. In some instances, the vehicle bore different license plates, suggesting attempts to obscure its identity. According to the warrant, in one of the cases he investigated, an owner of a salon, La Bella Salon, called the police and reported that $300 had been stolen in the early morning hours of February 20th, 2023, and our cop/thief was assigned to the case. He was called in to investigate a crime that he committed. A surveillance video showed a tall burglar got into the salon at 3:01 a.m. and left at 3:03 a.m., meaning he was in there for only 2 minutes. That's what Hemingway wrote in his report. He also wrote that the burglar got into a dark SUV, which is consistent with a black Jeep Grand Cherokee. He also said in his report that the owner figured the thief was a past employee since the person knew where to find cash at the hair salon. He also added that the owner did not want to press any charges, the warrant says, which essentially meant the case was closed just like that. Hemingway's body camera footage of the interaction with the owner was not saved and not available, it says, essentially covering his tracks. On the second burglary case, where he was the assigned officer to investigate, a case where his body camera footage was saved and available. The owner of a restaurant at Hopewell Road called the Glastonbury Police Department after $200 in cash was stolen from the cash register, along with the key to the register. But in this case, there were no alarms or cameras, the warrant says. And just like the salon case, this owner also didn't want to press charges, according to Officer Hemingway's report. Hemingway told the man he had only eaten there once and was not really familiar with the restaurant. At Hemingway's request, the owner showed him where the cash box had been found, where the barroom cash drawer was, and the location of a safe that the burglar had not seen, the warrant says. He also showed him a side door to a utility room from which the entire building could be accessed, and 2 weeks later, that very same door was used to access the building, and this time a cash box containing $1,500 is stolen. Hemingway's body camera footage recorded him talking to the owner about the string of burglaries, seemingly discouraging him from filing charges, telling the man that similar burglaries have happened all over the state. He thinks there's someone or a group of people going around and they've been breaking into buildings and taking registers and stuff. So he can only take a report. If he wants to press charges, he can, but that's just going to add on the pile of the other unsolved cases. Investigators said Hemingway typically would finish his evening shift at the police station and do burglaries in the late night and early morning hours, using his then-wife's Jeep Grand Cherokee. He targeted closed businesses, most of them restaurants, it says, getting in and out fast with the lock-picking skills he acquired during survival training as an Army helicopter pilot.